Seems like September is actually going to be quite interesting when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libras, because when it comes to your social relationships, when it comes to your family members, when it comes to your friends, even when it comes to your financial situation and the career, basically this is going to be the months when there are going to be certain changes that are going to happen, but also there are going to be some realizations that you are going to be going through that are going to kind of surprise you. And these realizations that you're going to be surprised by are directly going to happen through certain people in your life. There will be the certain behavior that you may not like. There will be the certain realization that you may not like about someone. Someone is actually going to say something at work that maybe, or related to your work or related to your finances, someone is just going to kind of make you to reevaluate certain situation about your life, especially when it comes to like how far have you actually come and what actually developed in your life so far. And it's about your personal achievements, but especially the fact that you actually do need to kind of meet with certain people in your life. You do need to see certain people in your life. You do need to spend some time with the certain people in your life. And also when it comes to home and when it comes to family, a big problem is coming to an end. A big issue, a big problem that's concerning not only you, but your whole family is actually coming to an end. For those of you Libras that haven't got a family, for those of you Libras that are just by yourself, you know, this is also going to be referring to somebody who really means to you a lot, to the certain person in your life who really was suffering and struggling from a terrible problem, and it's pretty much so connected to their emotions, their state of mind, their own spirituality, their financial situation. It's just a little bit of everything is actually coming through. This in itself is going to make you feel much better. This in itself is actually going to help you to get your own balance, believe me or not, because it's not only about going through all these issues, it's not only about the family members, it's not only about friends and things that you're going to actually go through, but it's the certain outcome that is actually going to make you think about a certain direction in your life, which is just going to come out of the blue, but it's just going to become more and more interesting as the month goes by. Okay, and also very important, September is also going to be very important for relationships. Number 2, I have a number 2, which is like a numerology, very powerful number, and it's a lot to do with relationships, and it's a lot to do with love and things like that. As I already mentioned, the social relationships are going to be very important. It's not only like, oh yeah, you need to go out and spend the time with people, but sometimes we are just going to the certain part of the spiritual journey, and sometimes we need to be shaped up a little bit in order to realize certain things about our life, and in order to realize how much things need to change, and in order to realize that this is just a stepping stone. So September is going to be a big stepping stone for you, my gorgeous Libras. October is going to be very, very important indeed, but what's happening now in September, and what will happen in September, the big decisions that you are going to make this September, are actually going to have a direct impact on what is actually going to be happening to you in October. Because even October is going to be absolutely bombastic. But what's going to happen in September? In September, you are about to plant a seed. You are about to plant a couple of seeds, because there are 2 very, very important decisions that you're actually going to make this month. 2 very important decisions. And one decision is to do with your career, or if you are retired, is to do with your finances. And another decision that you're going to make, it's going to be really important, and it's going to really be very much so to do with your family, with your home, family, and it is going to be a real homecoming time. Okay, number 2 is also saying that there is the financial situation is going to improve. So if you were worrying about your financial situation, if you were worrying about your finances and things like that, just be sure that your financial situation is going to start improving in September. And even if it doesn't start improving in September, there is going to be a sign, there is going to be a realization, there is going to be an omen that you're actually going to have that is just going to make you aware and let you know that the things are actually going to be fine. And what else I was going to say, that it's very important because number 2 is trying to let you know also that basically the partner, husband, wife, you know, your partner, for those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be amazing, amazing, amazing months, like really important months. I cannot stress how important this month is going to be for those of you that are in relationships, and especially if you had a bad time, especially if you were struggling, and especially if your especially if your partner had like maybe financial difficulties and things like that. There is also going to be a very good news when it comes to your partner and when it comes to their own financial situation, and that in itself is going to put you on another journey, and that in itself is going to give you the chance to relax, okay? And what else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual health, I just cannot, I cannot stress how important this month is going to be when it comes to health. First, to start with, this is going to be a really powerful month when it comes to the actual healing. You are going to have a really powerful radiance. You're going to have a power within you, which means that throughout the actual month of September, you're going to have such a power within you that you will be able to actually borrow a little bit of your healing energy. You're going to be able to actually use this healing energy. Just try to sit down, concentrate, and just send this healing energy to somebody in your life who you think that they need it the most. And this is why this month is going to have a really big impact, not only you, but it's on people in your life as well. And when it comes to the actual long ailments that you might have suffering from, because I know lots of you were suffering from feeling really tired, from feeling really drained, and this is just absolutely normal, because there was a certain energy that was in your sign all the way back from March this year, and this particular energy was just kind of maybe preventing you from feeling your full energy levels, maybe preventing you from kind of feeling your own energy and maybe being as productive as you would have been because of the certain energy levels weren't there. Well, this is really important because the energy levels are going to come back, the energy levels are going to improve like there is no tomorrow. I can't stress enough, I'm keep on saying this, but it's just so important when it comes to you, my beautiful Libras, and when it comes to your energy levels, this is wonderful, because energy levels, every single sign is affected by energy in a different way. When it comes to you and when it comes to the energy levels, you're going to realize and you're going to find yourself in a situation that you will be really surprised yourself actually this month, and you will really achieve a lot. You will please people around you. You will please people who you need to please. And also when it comes to finances and when it comes to making really big decisions, you know, this is going to be great months to make the decisions, because you are just going to have a wisdom, you're going to have a power, you're going to be in touch with your own spirituality and subconscious mind, so you're going to be receiving all sorts of messages without even realizing this. So the energy levels are going to be absolutely brilliant. The only thing that I can say about the actual health is that your lower back is going to be quite sensitive, okay? Lower back is going to be quite sensitive, in particular lower back, I have to say. So just make sure, my babies, to just sit down correctly, try to relax your back. If you need to pick up the heavy things and things like that, try to avoid throughout September, because it's going to be quite a sensitive area. But if this is part of your job and you can't help it, then just, you know, of course you need to do it. What needs to be done, it needs to be done. But it's just try to take it easy, try to take a small amounts, try to pick up smaller amounts if you can, just to take care of your back. And what I said before is so important when it comes to your back. You know, I don't know, some people know this and some people don't know this, but it's just so important to have the right mattress, to have the right pillow, because lots of people sleep on a terrible pillows, and then later they suffer all these terrible consequences. And also sleep on your side, and sleep with the pillow in between your legs, because while you're sleeping on the side with the pillow in between your legs, it's very beneficial for your back, for your lower back, and it's just basically it's able to relax in a different way, because if you haven't got a pillow in between your legs, then your back doesn't relax as such. And this is something I was going to say to you. And also when it comes to your diet, there is going to be the need to change your diet just a tiny little bit. There is a little edit that you're going to need to make. Think what it is. Think about it. You could be absolutely perfectly healthy. You could be eating perfectly well. You could have a perfect diet, you know. Sorry, it's just such a beautiful sunshine. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you could have an absolutely perfect diet and things like that, but there is still edit needed. So if you're aware of maybe like if you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, if you're drinking too much, maybe if you're doing things to yourself, if you're eating things that you shouldn't and you're aware of it, then if you're happy with that, then that's fine. But if you would like to change it, then this is the time to do it. And also for those of you that are having a perfect diet, you know, there is an edit that you're going to need to do, which means you could have a perfect diet. You could be absolutely perfectly healthy, but that doesn't mean that you're not doing something wrong. That doesn't mean that something can happen. You know, that doesn't mean that you haven't got the sensitive areas in your body. That doesn't mean that you have to keep on changing things. And this means that you're just going to need to change your diet a little bit, add something in or take something out. But it's most likely add something new, because it needs some kind of variety. It needs some kind of new energy. Or maybe perhaps you're eating really healthy, but maybe you need to reevaluate the whole thing. However, you need to do the little edit, because this particular edit in your diet is going to go a long way. And then on another hand, it's going to reflect on you really, really nicely, and on the people in your life as well. Okay, now my babies, now the 6th of September. This is why I get so excited about your situation, Libra. This is why I get so excited about you, because it seems like you're going to start opening your eyes this month. It seems like you're going to start waking up this month. I'm not saying that you weren't awoke. I'm not saying that you were sleeping or anything like that, but it's just really strange. And it's very nice when this happens, because this new energy is going to bring such a power, such a new force, such a new strength, and it's just like kind of things that didn't make sense to you like about a couple of months ago, now they will suddenly make sense to you. Things that were just so flat are just like, when I say flat, this is what happens when we are out of balance. This is what happens when we worry a lot. This is what happens when we stay on one road. We are fine, we take care of the things, but we forget about our life. We forget about our living. We forget about our happiness. We forget about our own direction very often. And this is going to be the wake up call that you are going to have, my gorgeous Libras, and this is going to start on the 6th of September. And the wake up call, the way it's going to start, and in the morning you're going to feel like a little bit strange, a little bit bizarre. It's going to be like a different dimension, you know, that you're going to feel, and you will be able to connect to certain things in your life, and you will be able to basically what's going to happen, you will wake up on the 6th of September in the morning, and there are immediately going to be very unusual things in your mind. When I say unusual things, it's like you're going to be thinking about things that you don't normally think about, but these things are going to be part of your lives that are really important to you, but you didn't kind of pay attention to them enough. They're here, they're right here, right in front of you, but maybe sometimes you just, you know, this is exactly what it happens. We don't see things because they are just right in front of us, you know, and this is what is going to happen. You will be having like a little flashbacks of a little of your life, and a flashback of important things of your life, and a flashback of things that you need to work on. I cannot stress enough how powerful the 6th of September is going to be. That particular day, you should also watch for an omen. Omen! You know how I'm completely into omens and things like that. I'm absolutely loving them, because omens are fantastic as long as we know how to read them, as long as we know when to read them, as long as we know what to do, like when we find them and how to find them. And there is an omen, very unusual omen, very strange omen, very bizarre omen that you are going to have on the 6th of September. That bizarre omen is also going to be the direct answer to a very big problem that has been bothering you for the last months. A very, very big personal problem that has been on your mind and it was bothering you, and just you feel like kind of you're stuck a little bit and you're not too sure what to do. You're happy but you're unhappy. You're okay but you want more. You're not too sure what to do, because if you go all the way, then there are lots of changes that are going to kind of have an influence and impact on other areas of your lives that you're completely unsure about. So there is going to be an omen that you're going to have on the 6th of September. And this omen is going to be very unusual. Something very strange is going to happen. Something very unusual is going to happen to you. Very unusual, not to you necessarily, but you can see something very strange. You can see something very unusual. It could be absolutely anything. And that particular thing that you're going to see, just remember Sasha's words. This particular thing that you are going to see is going to be your own personal omen. And it all depends what you were thinking about at the time. What is that problem? What was on your mind also at that time? And what could this mean to you? Your aim angels and your spirit guides are going to be talking to you. Your angels and your spirit guides are going to be connected to you. Trust me, we all have them, you know, and sometimes they're closer and sometimes they're not as close, and sometimes they really want to tell us something and they want to make sure that we get their full attention. Okay, I highly suggest something to wear like an amethyst. This is my little crystal amethyst. It's absolutely brilliant, very powerful indeed, very significant when it comes to opening our third psychic eye, very powerful when it comes to our subconscious mind, very powerful when it comes to actually all the messages from like angels and spirit guides and things like that, just to get all these messages and just get them even closer to us. It is very and also on another hand, it protects you because you will be open. Your energy is going to be open all month. When I say open, means that you're going to be very prone to your own spirituality. You will be very close. You'll be feeling very close to the other side, if I can say like that, to the other dimension, if I can say like that. The veiling between this world and the spirit world to you, Libras, also is going to be rather thin. Okay, so which means that you will be receiving all sorts of messages, which means that you're going to be quite open spiritually. So on one hand, you receive all these good messages and on another, all this good energy, but on another hand, there is a negative energy, not that good, that you can be affected by. And then if you get affected by not good energy, then that's not good because it's going to reflect on your, it can reflect on your health to make you feel tired and things like that. That's why I highly suggest to wear this, my babies. So this is amethyst and it comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the description to buy this from my store is in the the link to buy this in from my store is in the description below. And this is something that I highly recommend to wear. On another hand, the 6th of September, it's also going to bring you control over the situation, that was just, that affected your courage, that affected your self-esteem. You went through a bizarre period lately where you were affected by somebody else, we were affected by other people. You let other people to affect you, okay? And this, what you've let them to affect you even more than you possibly thought. And this affected your self-confidence on another hand. So this is really good because you are going to have a control over the situation back. On another hand, somebody is going to be going through very difficult situations, somebody very close to you, and I really want you to know who this is. I really want you to realize who this is. I really want you to find out who this is, because somebody might lose someone, somebody might be grieving a little bit, somebody might be going through a very strange situation, but it's a lot to do with their own emotions, a lot to do with their love. So they will need your help because they will be very happy. Karmically, this is going to be a great time because you Libras, you have got a beautiful energy, wonderful energy, very balanced energy indeed. You're Libra at the end of the day. So that's why this person is going to benefit from you quite a lot. I told you Libras before, you are literally, when you are born like psychic. Everybody is psychic, you know, to a certain extent, but some people are more, some people are less. But when it comes to you Libras, you are like very much so born with a very special powers, and this power that you are born with is just the ability to actually sense people, feel people, know when people are lying, know when people are saying true, know when people are saying, you know, not saying true, and things like that. This is your expertise, if I can say this, okay? The second important day, my babies, it's going to be on the 12th of September. The 12th of September is going to be, you're going to come across like a little bit negative situation. Basically, what's going to happen, it's like an unusual situation. It's actually going to make you realize that you may be kind of close to someone like inspecting you, or someone like watching you, or someone like judging you and things like that. So I think the 12th of September is rather important because you are going to be basically watched. So what I want to say is, like, whether you're working, whether you have a job, whether you're maybe self-employed, you know, you could be watched by really important people and things like that. Or whether if you're looking for a job, just go for it and do your best, because the 12th of September is going to be something very important. Something very important is going to happen, but it's going to happen in such a way that you're going to be judged. And the outcome of that judging, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, actually, you see. But now it's going to be brilliant even better because I told you to kind of prepare yourself. What I need you to do is like, and every time when we get judged, or every time when somebody watches us or anything like that, you see, we also need to protect ourselves, because as I said before, amethyst comes when it comes to the actual spirituality and things like that. The spirit guides, it's different dimensions. Amethyst is absolutely brilliant. But when it comes to the actual this world, and when it comes to the actual career, when it comes to the finances, and when it comes to any type of judgment, I highly recommend to get a tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is not only against an evil eye, against negative energies and things like that, but tiger's eye is also brilliant when we go through any changes, when somebody judges us, when people are watching us and things like that. Tiger's eye is absolutely essential, and it's really good for the prosperity in general. Okay, this comes with a sterling silver setting, and it comes with a sterling silver chain, and I highly recommend to get this. The link to buy this from my store is in the description below. Okay, and also let me just tell you something. Don't get paranoid, don't get scared or anything like that, but I just want to say that the 12th of September is going to end up with a really good realization, which is going to be directly connected to your work. There is going to be the actual positive outcome from what have you been focusing on so far, and it's going to be an amazing improvement in your work, an amazing improvement in your career, an amazing improvement in your finances and with your development in general. Expect some kind of promotion, expect some kind of step in the right direction, expect really good things when it comes to this. However, this is also going to be your rebirth. This day is going to be literally your rebirth. Yes, there are things that you need to pay attention to. Yes, you need to protect yourself with a little bit of tiger's eye. Yes, you can just, just keep certain things to yourself. Don't talk too much about your personal stuff and personal things in your life on that particular day, but you're going to do absolutely great. There is going to be a lady, a powerful lady who is going to be involved in all this, and this powerful lady is very, very powerful when it comes to her own spirituality and when it comes to her own balance in between her spirituality, work and everything what she has done so far. If you think about her, you would think that she's really amazing, that she's done so well in life, but that lady with a big third psychic eye in between her eyes is absolutely amazing, and she's going to play a really big role, and she's going to be connected to the situation here also, and there is some kind of advice that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing that she's actually going to give you indeed. As I said, if you're looking for a job, this is going to be an amazing day, and for those of you that are retired, just expect your finances to really improve, and the fact that your finances are going to start improving, it's also going to bring you a really powerful realization about what you want to do next. There's a really big step as well. The bottom line is that the big new step is going to manifest itself. The big new step is going to start here, and you will be able to just basically stop with a certain part of your life that was actually unnecessary. You will be able to realize what is ending right now and what is the beginning right now. Okay, the third important day now, this is my lovely day, because I'm so happy here for you, because the 30th of September is just an amazing day, because there is going to be a resolution of a problem. There is going to be a really powerful conclusion that you're actually going to have, and this conclusion in itself is going to bring you a healing. Okay, and this healing is going to bring you on another hand a satisfactory result, and also it's going to make you feel like a really 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 good. It's going to make you feel like really good, like you've done really good things, and what you were doing so far, what you were worrying about in particular, what you were thinking, oh no, I'm not too sure, have I done the right thing? This is all going to be direct answer to that, because it's going to be brilliant. As I said, the result is literally going to be healing, and also there is a whole new inspiration that you are going to have indeed. But another thing that I was going to say on the 30th of September is that there is going to be a compromise that you are going to need to make with someone. Very important compromise. This compromise is going to really affect you. This compromise is going to affect your family. This compromise is going to affect people in your life in the best possible way. And that compromise is also going to be the part of everything that I said. And what is going to happen, you will want to really celebrate. You will want to celebrate. This is how exactly you're going to feel on the 30th of September. You're going to feel like you want a celebration. You want to celebrate. You want to gather people in your life, and you just want to really start enjoying the new stage of your life. The whole new journey is about to start. The whole new journey is going to start here. Very important part of your spiritual journeys, my babies, is coming to an end. Lots of struggle, it's coming to an end. And there is also very, very good news that you're going to have, and that good news is going to put a big smile on your face. The big news that you are going to have, it's also going to be and come through someone, by someone who means the world to you, by someone in your life, by somebody who you love, and by somebody who loves you as well. So this is going to be another turning point for you, because the whole new world of possibilities is going to become available for you after that moment, after that point. The first part of September 2018 is just going to start with the passion. You're finally going to start feeling really passionate about your lives, and you're going to start noticing little details around you that you didn't notice because you didn't have a balance. And these details around you are very, very important indeed. It's all about purification, celebration that you will want to have, and rebirth. And that rebirth that you're going to feel like you are having, it's actually going to help you to reflect, and on another hand, grounding. This is exactly what you needed, exactly what you wanted, exactly what was missing, grounding. Now, when it comes to your work, you see the work, the big months for work, big months for career, big months for finances, because there is a certain skill that that is going to become very enhanced when it comes to you, and that particular certain skill is going to turn into something else, and when it turns into something else, it's going to turn into a whole new idea. On another hand, big wish is coming through when it comes to work. Big massive wish is coming through when it comes to work. Listen. If you're looking for work, go for it. September is going to be the month. It's going to be a very, very important month. If you're waiting for some kind of promotion or something like that, beginning of September is going to be also mind-blowing when it comes to promotion, okay? More responsibilities and things like that. But if you do want a new job, then the beginning of September is also just go for it as much as you can. On another hand, if you are retired, you see this also means that a big wish is going to happen when it comes to something that you are focusing on, when it comes to the new stage, a new step in your life, when it comes to your skill, when it comes to you doing things that you like, when it comes to you doing things that you did all your life really, really well. And it is all going to be beautifully connected. And also there is a bunch of people, a whole team of people that is going to be connected to that situation. If you are, like, for example, like a self-employed, then that means that it's going to be really genuinely busy time when it comes to your clients and things like that, you see. And also that in itself is going to give you time to rest, meaning the problems that you had and worries that you had are going to finally come to an end, and you will be able to sleep at night without worrying, you see. And this is really good, because you will feel like much stronger after that point, because your stamina is going to be tested, your power is going to be tested, and that in itself is going to make you feel good about yourself, because you will not need to worry about a certain stage of your life. And then again, there's a financial opportunity coming through. Brilliant financial opportunities coming through, my beautiful Libras, and this is brilliant. This is going to be new. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be powerful. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing and literally life-changing. Seriously, for those of you that are having private businesses, or for those of you that are starting new businesses, this is like, oh my God, this is going to be a big success. This is going to be amazing, because at the end of the day, by the time we get into the mid part of September 2018, it is all going to be about you actually finally being able, oh my God, brilliant, I don't have to worry about that anymore, oh fantastic. But it's a lot to do with the finances. This is strictly connected to the finances. This is strictly connected to like a career and things like that. You know, in order to get recognized, in order to get where you want to get, in order to get where you want to be, in order to do what you want to do, you need to change a certain part of your life. You need to abandon certain part of your life, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like, oh my God, you know, it's just something that was in your life for a really long time, but it's just something that was part of you for a really long time, but there is a really big abandonment, really big idea, a really big decision that you're going to make, okay? And this is going to be your own, another compromise that you are going to have. So it's just something that you used to be really passionate about in your life, that was really a big part of your life. You're going to need to abandon and change, cut out, bye, you see, in order to get recognized. And after that moment, after that point, you're going to be towards your way to get recognized. Fantastic recognition by people in your life, by people who you want to be recognized by, and things like that. There is a big victory and mental clarity coming here. I'm so happy for you. But I just need you to pay attention to, there is somebody of an authority that is just going to kind of leave a bit of taste in your mouth. There is somebody of an authority in mid-September 2018 that I just need you to a little bit careful about, because they're not a bad person, they're not bad people, they're not doing anything intentionally, but it's just that they will just kind of try to kind of get something out of you. They will try to kind of watch you again. It's just what I said on the 12th of September. You see, this is the mid-September here, so just like don't get too paranoid or don't get too scared, because this is going to lead towards new things. You will be watched and you will be kind of judged, but this is going to be really, really good. But I can see that this is going to throw you out of balance, because you Libras babies, you are very, very sensitive. So therefore you can sense energies, and now in September you will be even more sensitive. So this is why you get so affected by people like that. This is why you can get affected by rude people, by nasty people, by naughty people and things like that. You know, you can get affected by this type of behavior and this type of energy as well. So I just need you to be careful, because there is a certain judgment that they're going to make, but that certain judgment that they're going to make, it's going to be mind-blowing indeed, because that judgment that they're going to make, it's directly going to be connected to your new beginning, your brand new beginning, which is just going to make you feel very enthusiastic. It's just going to open so many new doors. It's just going to reveal so many new paths, and it's also going to make you feel like really optimistic about your future, and not to worry about what's happening right now or what happened in the past. This is going to be really, really powerful time, because believe me or not, this is a spiritual time that is very much connected to your personal spiritual journey in itself. This is going to have an reflection in you, like you will feel free finally. You will feel free. You will feel free to do what you want. You will feel free to go where you want. You will feel free to do whatever you want in this life, without having that baggage on your back, without having these worries on your mind, without just thinking negatively, and without being fully happy, because you know there were certain things going on in your life that was just kind of making you worry, instead of just keep going, and just look in front of you, you see. And this is why you are becoming a free spirit finally. You are becoming a free spirit. The life is going to start feeling much better. The life is going to start feeling much lighter, you see. And that in itself is just going to make you think about practicality in your life. It's going to make you feel about your own security. It's going to make you reevaluate certain things in your life. And also, do you work too many hours? You know, do you work too little hours? Would you like a change when it comes to your work? Would you like a change when it comes to like certain things that you do in life? You see, it's a very, very important time indeed. And this is why I say you're planting seeds right now, and these seeds are going to grow and become very powerful later on. So it's absolutely perfect and very important to do this now. Okay, the third part of September 2018, it's basically, first you're going to feel very, this is going to be a really tricky situation, and it's like when it comes to certain burden that is going to come through, certain burden that is going to come back, certain burden that is just going to really get on your nerves, and you know that this burden, you know what to do, but it's just sometimes you're just going to remind yourself that in this life things are not as simple. In this life, things are not as easy. Sometimes people just say, oh yeah, just do this, do that. But it's not like that. It takes time to make a really big decision. It takes time to make a really big change. And sometimes we do need to deal with the burden. We do need to deal with the burden in our lives for as long as we can try. You've tried and tried and tried, and this burden is keep on being burden. So now that burden is going to make you realize not to have direct impact on it, but just to basically focus on your work. You will focus on your finances. You will focus on your career. You will focus on your hobby if you are retired. And this is how this burden is going to go. On another hand, basically, you will just realize, you will have a very big realization, because you will tap into your own spirituality, and that is going to bring you a really good realization. You have got everything you need to do what you want. You have got everything it takes. You are so resourceful, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's just the fact that about the timing it's going to take slightly longer. Things don't happen just like that in life. You know, it takes time, and this is what this is going to be. It's all about the moderation and management and things like that. But most certainly there is the whole new stage coming in, the whole new journey. It's actually about to manifest, because you are going to find a new start. You're going to find things in life that you're going to enjoy, and these things in life that you're going to enjoy are going to be new, completely completely part of the new spiritual journey. So you're going to find yourself in situations that you're focusing on things that you didn't focus before. You're going to focus on people you didn't focus before. You're going to focus on the situations in life you didn't focus before. And that in itself is also going to bring the whole new world out there, that you will start realizing, start noticing that you didn't notice before, and you will see and realize how precious and how powerful this life is indeed. You know, the whole new inspiration, this is what I said, the whole new inspiration is going to come through, the whole new potential is going to come through, and also the feel to travel. You will want to travel. You will feel like you want to like have a little bit of an adventure, which is absolutely brilliant, and it's good. Also, at the end of September, it's going to be a really positive homecoming card. It means you will come back to yourself when it comes to your spirituality. It means that you're getting your balance back, and it means that the really big problems in the family and in your home are also coming to an end. And also when it comes to you as a bigger picture, like a part of it, this is all coming to an end. It's absolutely brilliant. And another thing that I wanted to say, which is completely connected to your family, is that your family is going to be very happy this September. Your family is going to be extremely happy, because the big problem when it comes to your family together is coming to an end. You're not necessarily part of this problem, you're part of this family, but it's just that the family had a really big problem, and it's involving like a children and other people. You see that the family was really worrying about where the problem is coming to an end. There is a really big joy going to happen as well. And really good news when it comes to the certain family member, really good news when it comes to the certain family member that's going to put a big smile on your face indeed. Okay, so now my babies, I'm going to take these tarot cards, okay, and I'm going to concentrate on you Libras that are in relationship for the month of September, and I'm going to put all your energy inside here. Okay, so it's Libras, my babies, Libras that are in relationship. Oops, all over the place. Okay, Libras that are in relationship for the month of September. Okay, for you, Libra in relationship. Okay, for the month of September. Of course, okay. That's exactly what I said. This is absolutely brilliant. You see, Libras, when it comes to Libras that are in relationship, you see, this little situation, it's over here that there is going to be a really good turning point for your partner. Your partner is going to have really good news when it comes to their finances, when it comes to their financial situation, when it comes to their work, and when it comes to their career. It seems like your partner was really affected by their work and their career. It seems like they were really affected. Maybe they didn't even let you know, but I do think that the relationship was affected, like on, you know, in quite a few different ways when it comes to this, because I don't think that your partner was actually fully able to relax because of the certain worries and problems when it comes to their work. There is somebody at their work, or if it's not work, it's the financial situation. If you're retired, then it is just going to be like worries about the financial situation, for example, and the financial situation is about to improve. And this was a big part of like the new direction. Your partner couldn't really focus on the new direction you wanted to focus on. Your partner couldn't focus on a new stage as much as you wanted, you see, and it's all about a step in the new direction that you wanted to both do, but your partner just didn't feel like they can do it. But now the thing is that they didn't want to tell you anything about it, for example, or maybe they said it, but you didn't realize what a big impact this had on them. Now, the very big negative situation, this is the moon that is coming to an end, that is basically, this is the negative situation that is coming to an end, you see, when it comes to their work or when it comes to their finances. And that negative situation, this was a certain karma that was attached to it, and now it's all about a certain accomplishment that is coming through. And this is the time to celebrate. This is the actual realization. This is the actual good news that your partner is going to have, and that good news that your partner is going to have, it's going to have a mind-blowing effect on both of you. And you're also going to realize something very special. You're also going to realize something very significant when it comes to your partner, when it comes to how much you love your partner, and also you will be blown away in a really good way how powerful your partner is, and you will actually be surprised, but in a rather pleasant way. So that in itself, it's going to have a really good influence and impact on both of you, and also on both of your health too. Okay, so this is for those of you, my beautiful Libras that are in relationship. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards again, and I'm going to connect to you Libras that are single. Okay, you Libra, okay, and I'm going to put your energy right here. Okay, as I'm shuffling this, I'm putting your energy here. Libras, single Libras for September. Ooh la la. Okay, it seems like Libras, you are going to be like all over the place this September. I can tell, as I already mentioned, you are going to be going out a lot more than you normally do. You're going to be meet more people that you normally meet. There are lots of things that are going to be happening, not only when it comes to the social life, but it's also when it comes to work, when it comes to career and things like that. There are lots of gatherings going to be this month, and it seems like that you are going to be part of them, and they're going to be really, really important. There is somebody that's going to come through, and I want you to be careful about that person. There's somebody that will maybe want to take a little bit of advantage of you, and I just don't think that that person is really nice, because that person is somebody who you should kind of stay away from. That person is strong. It's a very strong personality. It's a very strong temperament. It's a very strong character. So you will know exactly who this is. And they're a little bit strange. They're a little bit different. They're a little bit like, they do things differently in their life. But this is sometimes, you know, this type of people with this type of energy, you know, when they're really negative and there's no balance, they're not really good to have around, because we can pick up their energy, you see. So basically you are going to have somebody that I would like you to kind of like, if somebody comes forward, you know, to try to like be your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, you know, if somebody would like to try to flirt with you or something like that, if there is one instance that you don't think that they're like okay or something like that, you just step away from them, because this is your subconscious mind and your spirit guides are trying to warn you about this person here. And this person is just somebody who would, you like who would more damage you than anything else, and it's just somebody who is not meant to be part of your life. But even if there is a part, even if this person is part of your life, it wouldn't last really long time, and it was just like you would learn nothing from somebody like this. Okay, but this is the card that I get really excited. This is the card that is showing me that there is somebody who really likes you around you already. Somebody likes you, but you don't know who this person is. Somebody's already watching you, but you don't know who this person is. Somebody's watching you, but you will be surprised when you find out who. And this is really a good situation, because you're going to be pleasantly surprised indeed. This is the type of a person where you go on a daily gatherings, weekly gatherings, or maybe like if you're working, it could be somebody at work. If you're like at university, it could be somebody at university. If you're going to college, it could be college. If you're retired, it could be somebody where you're going to meet like on a daily, where you go on a daily or weekly basis. It all depends. However, there are going to be other people around. And this person is just already been watching you. This person is already been like kind of feeling very much so connected to you. And this person I want you to recognize. And this is going to be somebody who you automatically going to feel the connection with. Automatically going to feel like, oh my God. And you know what? Beautiful romance. The bottom line is there is a romance that you are going to have this month. Go out and enjoy yourself as much as you can, because this is going to be the month to remember. This is going to be a special month, different month, and however, there is going to be a romance, and you're going to be absolutely loving it. There is going to be an instant, like literally instant attraction when you find out who this person is, because as I said, this person has already been watching you. This person is going to be watching you, and then you're going to find out who this is, and automatically you will feel connected. Automatically you will want them. Automatically you will want them to be a part of your life. Automatically the energy is just going to be just right. So prepare for the nice little storm, Libras, because September is going to be the month of changes. The September is going to be absolutely bombastic. My beautiful Libras, I love you so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light right now. And have a beautiful, beautiful September. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.